So, Cherry, Cherry,
Yes.
you remember we
Yes.
had a discussion about the whole rap?
Yes.
What is I'm eating his ass and damn pussy coochie pink booty hole brown? Is that not whole rap?
I'm not
What
even
genre?
sure.
What genre is this
I
shit? This
hate
is
that.
filthy rap.
I hate that shit.
I don't.
What
It's. I don't. I don't know. That's.
y'all told me like 15 episodes ago there wasn't no whole rap genre. What genre is
You
eating
need
his
to
ass?
ask them. You need to ask them that question on while it's being recorded because that's a very.
Yeah.
I agree with. That's a very important question.
I told y'all
Right.
about whole rap, and I
No, I got an answer for you.
I want to hear it.
Okay, but I'm gonna wait for them to record. But she
No, I
got.
just want to know this myself. I ain't this ain't even a recording, but I told
Okay,
y'all.
I feel. I feel like it's like levels to it,
Oh
right?
Lord, they got levels of
It's
whole
a
rap.
spectrum, right? It's a spectrum. So it's like movie ratings,
Okay,
right? So I feel like City Girls, Cardi B, and stuff like that would be like rated R.
right.
But like Sukiana, she's X rated. She's like Pornhub.
This shit like nastier than Pornhub. This shit like Fear Factor. When you start talking about eating ass, this is like Fear Factor. Like you remember
No,
Fear
because
Factor? They be like, we gonna eat a cow lung, or be
if
like,
you go
ooh,
on some type of porn sites, they got all kind of like kinks and stuff. You could
eating
find
ass
that
is a
type of
Fear Factor.
content.
That's like that ain't even porn.
It
Yeah,
is. It's like porn for the ears.
I can't believe you said they got levels the whole route now.
It's levels to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
I
what?
said, like
Where
movie
where
rating.
where does hip hop go from here? We we had eating ass. The latest eating ass now. What where does it go from here?
We should wait. We should wait because I got a lot to say about it.
That ain't even a topic though. I don't even know what y'all topic is on the show. Why is she jiggling like that? Yes, critique. So where does hip
Oh,
hop go from
yeah.
eating ass?
Um,
Now she eating his ass. Where do we go now? How do you top that? Because we didn't think that we can top WAP. They came and blew WAP out the water.
okay. Well, then in that case, I feel like where it goes from here is like my issue is not that that exists.
We gotta do
My
the
issue,
show.
huh?
We
We
are
gotta.
doing this show. We
Oh,
definitely need you to get those headphones because you do sound a
Yeah.
little different. I don't care
Hold
what
on.
nobody says. But back you love coming for whole rap or whatever type of rap, anything that comes to a woman. But niggas been talking about, bitch, I want you to pop that pussy and suck my dick for a long
That's the
time.
90s.
we
So what do you
already
mean? Where do we
know.
go from here? So what do you mean? Where do we go
We've
from here?
already established that men aren't shit. We've been established that our granddads wasn't shit. Great go all the way back one shit. We're talking about hoe rap. Y'all told me that hoe rap wasn't the genre, and I want to know where the hell does fuck, where does eat his ass and damn booty hole brown pussy coochie pink? What genre of rap does that fall in?
The same place with pop that pussy hole, suck my dick, beat it from the back, all of that stuff. The same genre. That's where it goes. It goes with y'all.
I have a
Not
pro.
only that, most of the stuff is being written by men.
I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't. I seriously doubt that a dude talking about we switching out and she eating his ass. I want to say this right here. I'm about to boycott y'all show because y'all won't never say that Mr. Everything is right. Even though, even though, even though I
Not
was
even on my
right 15
deathbed,
episodes
nigga.
ago. Tell
On
me I
that
was right.
note, let's do our introduction.
Let's do
Right, because I'll go delete that shit. You was right, never.
it.
You are now tuned into Decadent Conversation with Brown Sugar. Decadent Conversation. And Shea Butter, baby. Decadent Conversation. Welcome back to Decadent Conversation.
Are now tuned in to Decadent Conversations. I'm your host, Shea Butter.
And I'm Brown Sugar. Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
We can also introduce a reoccurring guest, Mr. Everything. Welcome back, Mr. Everything.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back. Here to see you, lovely ladies.
Thank you.
Y'all looking all extra thick today, I see.
All right, cool. So I want you to tell everybody what happened to you yesterday.
Okay, so I was at my parents, and I have one of my cousins from out of town here, and
Thugging
the
with your
house was in a
rounds.
huh.
You said out of town, thugging with your rounds. Your coochie pink. Your booty hole brown.
You, oh
With a
my God,
nigga. I'm looking what a hoe.
are you a rapper? So I was cleaning up, right? So it was a towel that was wet. So I gave it to my niece, and I told her to put in the dirty clothes hamper or the washing machine. Well, she just threw it to the bottom of the steps. Why? I don't know. So when I got ready to go downstairs, I saw the towel there wet. So I stepped over it. But when I stepped over it, it was wet right there too, which I couldn't really see that it was wet. So I slipped and I hit my face and my head. So I was like dizzy for like an hour. She asked me, she being Shay, asked me why I didn't go to the doctor. I said, because I wasn't dizzy no more. And I don't understand what's wrong with that.
This hoe was dizzy for an hour and still chose not to go to the doctor because she was no longer dizzy. I just don't understand how someone so educated and so smart be making these dumbass decisions.
Because I feel great. Dying to be up in them doctor's office, looking at them catching some real virus. Okay,
Okay.
I don't want no
Anyway, what's
parts
going
of
on? But I'm glad you're okay, Cherry. Make better choices. What's going on with you, Mr. Everything? How you doing? What's going on in your world?
I'm doing okay, I miss y'all. I miss my people. Thugging
Oh,
with
I
my
know you
rounds.
did. I know
Uh,
I know you missed this because you called and you couldn't reach me. You called everybody
it.
right?
Yeah,
just so you could be
Because
here
we have
today.
our
That's
we have our group
dedication,
chat.
though.
yeah, it was a
That's
group
us.
call.
I wanted to call my
What
people.
else been going on? How's the podcast going?
Just thugging with my rounds. Just you know, that's it.
What was the title of your last podcast episode?
That's what we're gonna do today.
I just want to know the title.
Actually, I hadn't even put in the material out. I've been busy, I've been, trying to get things together for the wedding coming up. We've been moving. And I haven't put any content out.
Oh, okay. So
We
you have a
did create a
podcast
2 hour
but no
session.
episodes.
We created a 2 hour session and the audio didn't record. So still in the process of learning all the equipment because I just got all my stuff from YouTube. I'm learning it. I bought it and I'm learning it as I go. And I
Yeah,
messed
you
up.
got to do test runs. Like you talk for like 30 seconds a minute, make sure it's recording, stuff like that.
Yeah, I understand that now, but I didn't do that the first time.
I mean, what have you learned from being here on Decadent Conversations? Because clearly you ain't learned a goddamn thing.
I have learned that in order for my blood pressure to stay low, that I got to be off a decadent uh conversation because like you be extra.
Well, clearly you don't care about your blood pressure because you couldn't wait to come back.
I missed
That's
y'all.
true.
I did miss y'all. I miss everybody, but Shea Butter. But
Aw,
I kind of did.
Anyways, that's how I
right.
know you missed me. Just like them kids in the elementary school when they like somebody, but they don't want to tell them that they like somebody, so they be mean to them. That's what that
Yeah.
is. So
Sometimes they
moving
just be
right
mean to them
along,
because they don't like them.
it's a lot of shit going on in the news. I don't really
Ooh.
like to talk about the culture, like entertainment culture, but I think it's necessary. So I think we have a lot to cover. Go ahead and share what you read about Lizzo. Cherry.
Okay, so Lizzo had a concert out of the country, and I believe it was
Amsterdam, right?
Yeah, it was Amsterdam, And according to her dancer's lawsuit against her, they're stating that she forced them to eat a banana from the vagina of a sex worker. So I have a couple of thoughts on that. Um, she seems like a wild girl. I doubt that she forced them, but they may have felt like they had to go along with her antics because they need a job.
Okay.
And
So
so that's what I'm thinking. And you know, it's not when you get to a certain level, you got to be cognizant about how you move in the work atmosphere. You get what I'm saying? So, for example, even today, I got a coworker that I used to work with, and I don't like women touching me, right? And she had pissed me off, so I really didn't want her. Well, I can't just blatantly say that because I'm okay with some people hugging me, right? Women, even. But anyway, she had called herself, gonna put her hand on my shoulder, and she had pissed me off and did some snake stuff at work. And I must have contorted my body something terrible and said, "Don't touch me," right? So that was a valuable. She pretended like she didn't hear what I said, but she took her hand off. So I saw her today. I no longer work with her, and she said, "Is it okay if I give you a hug?" Right? So she learned a valuable lesson because if I was that type of person, I could have said sexual harassment because she put her full hand all on my shoulder like in an affectionate way. But I know she didn't mean nothing by it, so I would never do that. But that's the thin line that you can run into in today's climate of like sexual harassment and consent and all that kind of stuff. So she would have to be careful with that kind of stuff. So I don't believe, I don't know her personally, but I don't believe that she forced those people. But I could see you being in a situation, not you, but a person being in a situation where if I don't go along with her antics or if I go against her, like so many people have gone against her for various things, I might get fired and not have an opportunity. And so I rather just go along with it and then sue her. Then that way I got some money coming in. I can do something else. That's
you
what I
do
think happened.
understand that forced does not mean have a gun to your head or a knife to your throat, right? You can still be forced to do something
The reason why,
without
yeah, I understand that, but the reason why I say I don't think that she forced them is because they could have walked away or said no.
anybody could walk away and say no, but we don't know. I don't, first of all, I don't know if she did it or if she didn't, but if she did do it, we don't know if she said, "Eat this banana out of this coochie, or you will no longer tour with me."
Right.
So,
That's
I
still
mean,
not forcing.
so then
Coercion.
why? Okay, so here's where things get tricky.
Hmm.
When a group of people say something and all their stories is matching up, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to decipher the truth. So it's multiple people coming forth saying forced, multiple.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I guess my thought process is. Like I said, I don't know if it's true or not, but honestly, I think that we spend too much time trying to see the good in these entertainers. And I touched on that before. A lot of people
Hmm.
consider them role models. They're not, they're regular
Yeah.
people like you and I. So I don't
Yeah.
put nothing past none of these people.
No,
She could
no,
be
I
turning
don't.
tricks for all I know.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
what she
don't.
does.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Okay, Ronnie, I'm sorry, Mr. Everything. I really just be putting your business out there. I'm so sorry. Um, what do you feel about the Lizzo situation?
Not really too familiar with. I've seen like bits and pieces of it. They said she's supposed to have somebody, like you said, eat some bananas out of somebody coochie. Uh,
Yeah, sex worker in
a sex
Amsterdam.
worker.
Hmm.
Oh, in Amsterdam. Okay. I don't know. like she said, the tricky part with those celebrities, a lot of times people gonna do stuff to try to get money, but
Mhm.
also a lot of them are doing some crazy stuff too. And so
Mhm. Mhm.
I can see where somebody being in that position where they're working for them, and you, I wouldn't say necessarily like rape, but when you're a person that's in authority and you have power over people and you make them feel like they have to go along with doing something sexual
Yeah.
or whatever, not it kind of get blur the lines towards raping or what. Because like if I was on a boat and I say, hey, you can give me some coochie or jump off the boat, and like it's I didn't put a gun. Dead serious. Like I don't put a gun to your head or like choke you out or anything, but like I put you in a compromising position where. But I guess it's kind of a gray area because they could say no and just lose their job. But like I want to appease the boss, which a lot of people do anyway. They kiss butt to keep jobs and
They
stay
kiss
in
ass
favor.
for less.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas have
Yeah.
kissed ass for less.
Yes.
That's
But
true.
in this case, it wasn't ninjas. You know, this was a woman, and when you start dealing with women, the rules don't be the same. You know, it's a little more
Oh wait,
sensitive
are
when
we
you.
using our sexy voice? Because you kind of got your sexy voice on. So should I bring
I
it
think it
back?
might be my mic because you know I'm on my computer today.
But I'll go
So,
ahead and talk like this so y'all can
You
still hear me.
sound low though.
I sound low.
Hmm.
What about now?
so
Hello.
we talking sexy
No, now
today.
you don't. You sound like a phone sex operator.
Well, don't talk, just listen.
Okay.
I lied. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let's stop. We ain't
It's
gonna do
funny because I'm
Jodeci.
watching Mr. Everything on camera too. We still got a camera on in the chat.
You see my baby oil?
Yeah, I see your
See my
baby
butt, my
oil.
bones up, my bones up.
I see your tissue too. Put that up. This ain't the tie. Or the
Uh,
place.
Wow. The baby oil so I can be greasy. Not for nothing
mm-mm.
else.
Okay. You gonna slip and
It's,
slide on them silk sheets.
no, I like to put the shower curtain on the bed and then use the baby oil and be like a slip and slide.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Check out my latest video. You can check me out on MrEverythingGoingWild.com.
This is what you
Well,
can expect from his podcast. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share.
Thank you.
as soon as he record one. But go ahead.
All right. Mr. Everything, you had mentioned something about the aliens being here. Go ahead and touch on that.
That sounds crazy the way you said that. I didn't mention anything about aliens being here. I said that I asked if you all watched the news last night and they did the live broadcasting where they was doing this. I don't know if it was a Senate committee, some committee they was doing,
Yeah.
and they was and the people were saying they got confirmed that there are alien life forces here, and I think he admitted that they have been reverse engineering down UFO spacecraft or whatever not. So I mean, I think the meeting was about 30 minutes long, so you can go back to YouTube and check it out. I don't want to misquote anything, but
Well, I know they said that they have evidence of them traveling from different dimensions. And what else? That there was alien that they, we've been knew that, they had some stuff up in Las Vegas with some captured aliens and, people have had sightings and abductions. I had my own little, not alien encounter, but UFO encounter years ago. I was sitting in the car with my then boyfriend and we just chilling, talking. We look in the sky, we see it look like a rocket at first. So I'm saying, oh, it's a rocket. That's what I'm thinking. You see it break through the atmosphere, but then it goes side to side and then shoot straight up. I said, well, rocket don't do all that maneuvering side to side and all that, just go straight up. Or at least at a slant, but it's not gonna go zig, 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 shoot through the atmosphere. So apparently we weren't the only ones to see it because I was listening to the local urban R&B station and people were calling in. You know how black folks are.
Hold on. Hold that
And
thought. Um, I want y'all to keep going. I'm gonna just step to the side. I started drinking, so I need to cut this air back on because the nigga titty sweating and all type of shit. So I just didn't want you to be alarmed when I stepped off the couch. But keep the conversation going, okay?
okay.
So were you and your boyfriend, were you all doing any kind of illicit drugs or anything? Like you were like
No,
sober when this happened?
no, I don't mess around with drugs.
Okay, okay,
I wasn't at that time. I didn't even drink.
okay.
Now he probably had some stuff, but like I said, I know we wasn't tripping because people had called in on the radio station and described the same thing we saw, and the guy from the radio station said they had called to whatever military or something like that, and they said it was a rocket, but it wasn't a rocket. They just lied. It
Oh,
wasn't a rocket because the rocket don't go zig. Oh shit! The rocket don't go
oh.
zig 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 shoot through the atmosphere. So I'm pretty sure it was either some extraterrestrial aircraft or something that was duplicated from that because that was not like any airplane or rocket that I've known of.
But you all are like you're like on a whole nother coast. You're on the west coast, and over here like down south. I guess this would be the eastern coast. Don't see too many. I haven't heard of too many spaceship sightings or anything. But we did have one of our acclaimed scholars, Fabo. He told us that he saw spaceships on Bankhead, but he was geeked up. So I don't know if you're familiar with him seeing spaceships on
Uh,
Bankhead, ma'am.
I heard you.
I can't believe
Uh,
this motherfucker just said that.
what? This is true. It's documented. One of
Yeah, in the
our
song.
respected scholars. Fabo. He
Mm.
said that he saw spaceships on Bankhead. Everyone obviously believed him. Millions of people,
Oh
listened
my
to him and
God.
followed him. So we believe you. But
Hmm.
but seriously, it's been a lot of stuff going on with like the underworldly stuff. You had the people in Las Vegas say that they had the giants in his backyard. This ship came and you had the lady on the plane, the white lady that was on the plane and freaked out and said that that person that attendant wasn't
I
a
saw
human.
that.
And then right after that, like a week or two ago, there was a dude in China that did the same thing like last week. So I don't know if there's any truth. I think everybody was picking on that lady or whatever now, but she very well could have saw something or either some artificial intelligence. They're saying that it could just be they're testing it out on the planes to see if people
Well,
can tell what's real and what's not.
that's the other gag about it all. Whether that part is true or not, like whether it's alien or not, we have such advanced technology in terms of like AI and robotics. We don't know what type of games they playing with us. They might play that game so that they can do like the whole COVID situation where we on lockdown. You know what I mean? And so they can have control over this or that. I don't know. I don't put nothing past nobody. But I definitely saw what I saw that day. And I'm not crazy. I wasn't high. I wasn't drinking. Nothing.
I don't think that we should rule it out that there's
No.
extraterrestrial life here. Or
Right.
the main thing is if they are here and like they're doing the reverse engineering, you don't want to be doing anything to like piss off the people who got it. But I
On the
I
flip
I, I
side,
huh?
the people who have said like they've been abducted before, they said that the aliens communicated with them telepathically, and that the aliens was saying stuff like the humans was messing up the earth and things like that. So that leads me to believe that there's some level of like consciousness with them. It's not like just a boogeyman. So if that's true and they can read minds, then I feel like black people are in a better position than the average white person because they're the ones destroying everything. Just to put a flip on it.
So the aliens are gonna be more accepting and friendly to colored people as
Yeah.
opposed to non-colored. Okay, yeah, that's I can see
I
that.
mean, if we all throw it
That's
out
an
there,
interesting
let's throw it out
perspective.
there.
That's
Right.
a hell of an interesting perspective. I don't see that happening. I feel like we are always treated like we're at the bottom of the barrel, no matter who we come in contact with.
But
We've
the
seen it
aliens,
happen too many times. Man,
but the aliens, that's not white men from
okay.
the colonialists.
Well, you go put yourself out there first.
No,
When the
I
one
ain't going
comes to the
towards them.
hood,
I'm saying in the event if they read minds or if they telepathic, they know what's in your mind and they're concerned about who's destroying stuff. That ain't gonna be us. We don't own nothing
But if
to
they do
destroy
have
nothing.
ill intentions, probably the race that is most susceptible will be us because we do have a history of accepting people in, and we welcome everybody in, and then we find out they don't have our best intentions at heart, and then next thing you know, we're on a boat or we're in the dungeon somewhere, and black people can be too trusting. That's what history say anyway.
Yeah, like I said, I ain't
That's
going
another
looking
topic.
for them. But I feel like, shoot, I feel like if they can read minds, that black people, if you look at what our history has been, we are more likely to live in one with nature. We're more likely to live like more peacefully. So if what the people who've been abducted have said is true, and if all this stuff is true, I just feel like we got a better chance.
so
Now
pretty much
I
you
ain't going
saying
looking for
aliens is gonna
spaceships,
be the new
okay?
niggas.
Huh?
Aliens is gonna be the new niggas.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but
Not yet.
And how
You
much
got
time we got?
you got the baby hairs and everything. I couldn't see it from
Oh
this
my
side.
18
god.
minutes.
You
You
could have definitely said that
you got them
on the
cursive
show.
edges. What's up? Let's talk about them cursive edges.
Let's talk about the hole in your pants, nigga. Let's talk about that.
What
right
hole?
at the crotch.
I don't have no hole in my brain.
Yes,
Oh,
you
right here.
you
do.
got
Dick all out.
you guys
They're
have
gonna have
got
to rate
18
this show
minutes
R.
left anyway.
All right, let's go.
Mhm. All right.
Don't be playing with it.
I'm done with you guys.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Uh,
You set him off.
Anyway,
They call me Mr. Bombastic. Yell me fantastic. Touch me on the butt, she says I'm Mr. Romantic. Yell me fantastic. Shaggy. Mr. Lava Lava. Smooth.
Okay,
Hey.
what else been going on?
Oh.
girl, shoot. I don't know. Bunch of rapper stuff. I don't really be following them with the rappers be
Oh,
doing. Hmm.
Summer Walker and Meech. I only know him as Meech. Is that his name on BMF? Meech.
I think that's the name. He was cheating.
Um, yeah, he was cheating. Ronnie had the whole story.
I
Share the
just
What
see what
story.
happened,
came up.
Ryan?
No, let's put it in perspective of why I said that. I said that while they're showing us the stuff going on with Summer Walker and Meech, they having a whole summit about aliens going on. Context is important here.
Okay, so what
Context.
No,
happened
I
with
want you to
Summer
share
Walker?
what you said about the Summer Walker situation. Cut
They
the
just showed a
bullshit. You
ring
know what
camera.
I wanted.
They showed a ring camera video of the man going in at like 12:40 and coming out at like 17 minutes later. And they saying that the man cheated. He wasn't even in there that long. But then he came and said that he went and took groceries in. He was helping them take groceries, but he didn't have any groceries in his hand
I
going in
mean,
there.
I'm pretty sure you've had a quickie before. You've had
No,
sex in less than seven. Yes, you have in less than 17 minutes. You the same
no.
one that sat on this couch and said you don't eat coochie, and I just know that that's a lie because you just had your dick out on a show on camera in VR. So I know you eat coochie, and
I
you
don't.
know, Summer Summer Walker. I mean, you know when she knows, you know when your man is cheating. You wouldn't know that because you're heterosexual, so you don't, date men. But
Right.
me and Cherry would know if our man was cheating, and if it was a quickie,
You don't know.
then it would be under 17 minutes. But how you say you carrying groceries in and you don't have no groceries in your hand? Neither one of y'all washed up before or after, so he left with coochie remnants on him. 17 minutes, that's not enough. It wasn't even no foreplay.
So that probably means that he didn't have sex. Why you can't get a man the benefit of the doubt?
You the
can't
one
get
that said
Honestly,
he
if
flip
I was
flopping
with,
though.
if honestly, if
how?
I was with somebody and That's all the evidence I had, and I didn't have no prior situation or situations with him. I would give the benefit of the doubt.
You
No,
know what? I
the
can't be
prop.
mad at you. You want to know why I can't be mad at you?
Hmm.
You the same one that said you was okay with your nigga buying somebody else a drink. So
Yeah, that
Ain't
wouldn't
nothing wrong
bother
with
me.
that.
I can't be mad at you. You
See, I
these if
think I
when we
think that
start getting
historic.
views, the men are
Yeah.
gonna flood your inbox. They're gonna
No,
flood your inbox because you
No,
just let so much shit slide.
no, I'm realistic. That's not a big deal to me because I
I
So
go to even if
okay,
I'm in a relationship, if I go to a bar, guys buy me drinks.
okay, but how are you being realistic and the man is lying? Let's say he did not have sex with her. Let's take sex off of the table. Let's act like we don't even know what sex is.
Yeah.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
Let's
Uh-huh.
say sex didn't exist.
Right.
Why would you say you're helping someone carry groceries and there were no groceries in your
yeah,
hand?
that's
That
right.
The
that would have
fuck
been
are
my
you doing?
issue. Now that would have been my issue would have been it's more to this story you lying. It's more the lying, the deception. But there's no hard evidence of cheating. Now that the lies may be enough for me to be like I'm done. Because I don't like people lying to me, playing with my intelligence. But what I'm saying is, say you dating somebody for 2 years and all you got is that scene. That's enough for you to be like, quit. I quit. Now it may
Oh,
be enough for you to analyze some shit and look at some shit differently, but that is in itself, I don't know. I would have to look at it, the full thing. Find. I mean, chances are it's been other stuff. So if it's other stuff, that may be the icing on the cake. But if
Listen,
that is the only thing that has happened, and you like, I call it quits after 2 years because you took some groceries to the
if
house.
you were up there studying for your GED or learning how to read, be man enough to tell me that's what you were doing. Don't tell me that you were carrying groceries up and there were no groceries in your hand and it was caught
Right.
on a ring
And that would have been
camera.
the issue.
What
The
are you
lying.
lying about? So
The
yes, I
lying.
would
Yeah.
end it because you're hot. You anytime you have to lie
Yeah.
or sneak and do something,
Yeah.
it's because you know it's wrong and you don't want to be caught.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, I've never had a situation where something like that happened with a guy and he didn't have priors. I've never experienced that. They had some type of it was already an inkling that they was on some dumb shit before that. So that
maybe
was
it's
just
just
the comment like you
maybe he was
lying to me.
uncomfortable telling his woman the truth. Because that's when people lie, when they don't feel comfortable telling the truth. Because, they could have been in there having Bible studies. I've been in some 17-minute
Oh my
prayers.
God.
My great grandma, my great grandma Ethel, they used to pray. It'd be like 20 minutes at a time. So it could have been a prayer. And, maybe someone's not into that. It's like, I don't want you having Bible study. So he's like, I was
That
taking
wasn't Bible
groceries.
study. We all know that.
It could have been praise and worship. Hallelujahs,
It's the
Like,
cover up that he's doing that leads me to believe that that man was cheating. He
Yeah.
was cheating. So
He
black
yes,
men don't
probably
cheat.
I would
was.
walk away from that to your relationship. I'm not my grandparents.
No, not at all. I'm just saying it's this the thing. For me, if I'm like invested in a relationship, then I am the type of person that I want to see and I want to be sure that I'm experiencing what I'm experiencing. So if it's like like I ain't sure, then I don't, it's just not gonna be one little thing that's gonna make me walk away.
Mm.
It's not gonna be just one little thing, and it's easier said than done. I'm just being honest about it. A lot of women say, "Oh, if he do this, is I'm leaving and da da da," and then, or they'll even say something to you, "Girl, you stupid," da da da, and they be the main one in it for the long haul, experiencing worse shit than that. I'm
That
being
is
honest.
true. That is true. And I'm glad that you're standing on your honesty. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've never been with somebody that cheated on me before. But at 35, those same mistakes that I made in the past, I'm not
Of
going through
course
that
not.
shit again. I'm just
No,
not. So
no,
if
I
something
wouldn't.
is there and woman's intuition, our
Yeah,
fuck me even saying women, our intuition period is usually right.
yeah.
So if I
That's
have an
I would pay
intuition
more
about
attention to
something,
that.
I'm not gonna stick around and be like, well, we was together for 2 years and all this.
No,
I'm not doing that. I
No,
am
I
not doing
agree.
that. I am not settling. I am not sticking around and being unhappy. I am not staying in something that is not serving me. I'm not doing any of those things.
I agree with that, but to me, that's more about. I feel like this. If I'm getting the feeling something ain't right, or I'm just not feeling good about the space I'm in with you, or shit not quite adding up, or I have some type of intuition, that in itself is enough for me to be like, I don't know what it is, but this ain't working out for me, right? That's fine. After a certain age, women, we damn near psychic. So it's like, that's fine. I'm not going to put myself in that type of situation. But it's just some things that I would have made a big deal about at 20 that I don't make a big deal about. For example, a man that I'm seeing buying a woman at a bar a drink. He talking to the woman, chit chatting, and say, hey, get these two ladies drinks on me, buy the drink. Because it's happened to me where, it happens all the time. Almost every time I've gone to a bar, regardless of my relationship status, some guy done bought me a drink. Damn near every time. So, and it was nothing. I went my way, they went their way. They may have been married and told me, oh, my wife did it. And it wasn't always about them trying to holler. Sometimes they trying to holler, sometimes they ain't. I just don't see it that way. I don't have a problem with it at all,
I
unless
think
they trying to cross lines.
it's a fine line with some shit. I do encourage men to be a gentleman all the time, but being a gentleman when you are married, it's a fine line with what you should be doing. Yes, of course, open the door, buying hoes at the bar, drinks and appetizers and all types of shit like that, and 2 for 2 and whatever else is going
No,
on. I
that's
think
too
like
that's too
you
far.
out of line.
That's too far, but you know, you having casual conversation or shit. Sometimes it just be a matter of you having a good conversation with somebody and they offer some perspective on some shit that you needed to hear or connect. Like, I mean, I don't reduce female male relationships to that small of a, like, it's bigger than that. Like, we can offer each other a lot outside of romantic or being in a relationship. So how many times have you talked to a guy that wasn't your dude that told you some real ass shit to help you? Like, or just
It's
being pleasant, just being
it's
kind. Like,
It's
thank you.
still a fine line
I,
with that though.
I
And
appreciate
what
it.
what what I say doesn't mean that it goes, because it's all about what your partner is okay with. So
That's
maybe
true.
there are a lot of people that are okay with their significant others treating random people that they never met to those things. If that's how you guys set up your relationship, then that's cool. That boundary, um there will be no boundaries crossed. But if you are
Yeah.
dealing with somebody that's like, no, I don't want you buying somebody else a drink, or I don't want you, like, that's where a conversation needs to be had. Like, if this
Now
is how
I've
your
been in.
partner is, if this
Yeah.
is how your partner is, and you knew that when you got with them, then you need to go ahead and accept it. But like I
Yeah.
said, if that person has an issue, then y'all need to discuss that and come to some type of agreement. I'm not okay with it though.
I think that what y'all should say and ask yourselves, when you start trying to figure out if your partner is gonna be a gentleman or whatever. Now just say, what would Jesus do? Like if Jesus saw that a stranger was thirsty and needed a drink or whatever, now they're two strangers, would he offer them drinks? Would he take groceries
So
in?
close.
Huh?
Her, she so is close.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, y'all are overlooking that. Sometimes you can't turn being a man on and off. So you're trying to be a gentleman, and especially a Christian man. So I like a lot of times you have to ask yourself, what would Jesus do?
I
Jesus
don't
would
think it got
help.
nothing to do with religion.
You wouldn't want your man to be moving Christ like.
Yeah, but I
Are,
don't think this
are
had nothing
y'all?
to
Is
do
that
with
what y'all?
religion.
Is that the message y'all are promoting on y'all show today? I mean, like,
No, you
really?
trying to twist it up.
No,
You doing like the white man using religion for your own benefit.
He
no.
can if that's his opinion, that's his opinion. I do want to let y'all know that my body might disappear from the session, but my voice will still be around. it says my headset is charging, but it's actually dropping, even though it's plugged up. So I don't know what's wrong with it.
Why did R. Kelly
Um,
song just pop in my head?
oh my God. So
My mind is telling me no.
I think we may have reached our time though. So
All right.
long story short, what I got from this episode is that Cherry is gonna be the one on the forefront when the aliens come through. As well as Lizzo did not do nothing to them people. And
What would Jesus do?
Well,
she
no, I
okay.
didn't say
She
Lizzo
she
didn't do nothing to
she,
them
she
people.
okay with her significant others taking invisible groceries up to hoes' houses.
I did not say that either. Y'all heard the podcast. That's not what I said.
What would Jesus do?
Jesus will
All right,
stop
y'all been good.
playing.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Don't forget to tip your bartender. Don't forget to tip your bartender.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit, I dropped my taco meat.
What is wrong with my headset?
Why is she sitting on the floor like that? This thing jiggling? What? They just still moving. Look.
It's